Hi everyone, Coach Neil here. Just checking in with everybody, wanting to introduce a series of videos that I will be sending out to the team with some instructional tutorials on how to do some of the Dryland exercises that I introduced to the senior swimmers and that I have been planning on up until the pandemic occurred and we are all quarantining at home. Introducing it all the way down to the bronze group. The great thing about these exercises is that they are very applicable to swimming, and they are pretty introductory in the sense that really any age group can do them. Today I'm going to introduce 3 exercises. The first one is called the plank climber, which is an introductory exercise to building strength for a proper push-up. Push-ups are a great exercise for swimming, with the the most important thing that the form of the push-up be exact and proper. Oftentimes, because of lack of flexibility or perhaps core strength or upper body strength, it's difficult to do proper form for the exercise, which is why this exercise, the plank climber, is a great introduction to it, and it's going to really do and really anybody all the way down to 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds are able to do it. The second exercise that I'm going to introduce is the burpee without a push-up, no push-up on it, and it also includes a streamlined jump. All right, so you're gonna, I'll demonstrate that on the mat that's behind me, and then the third exercise that I'm going to introduce is what I call a struggling bug, which is actually really applicable to freestyle. It's great for building the shoulder strength and mobility. It's also great at building core strength for the flutter kick. So you'll see what I mean when I get into those exercises. Just a quick note for parents, especially for the younger age groups that are perhaps seeing these exercises for the first time. Being that I'm not in the room with you instructing on these, I strongly encourage parents to be involved with providing some guidance on the exact form. The most important thing with any dryland exercise and swimming, really anything regarding athletics in my opinion, is form. So really important that you be involved with that, and then give some feedback to me if you have any questions, concerns about an exercise, anything at all. I would love to hear your thoughts on it, but don't hesitate to reach out once you receive this and get a chance to take a look at it. But without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. So the first one is the plank climber. All right, and the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to get into a plank position, which is going to be down on your hands and knees, all the way down onto your elbows like this. Now, one of the things that's very important is that you are keeping your hips in line with your shoulders, your knees, and your ankles. What you want to try to avoid is this, okay, because that's not going to get nearly as much of a focus on the core strength and stability. You also don't want to let your hips sag and sink down to the bottom, okay, and rest on the ground, okay? So you want to keep your hips up in line, all right? And you're going to try to keep your entire body rigid in one plank, meaning that they don't move while you do this exercise, okay? Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this arm to the left, all right? Then you're going to take this arm to the side, to the right, and then you're going to basically rise up into a push-up position and doing the same arm back down. Okay? Then you'll alternate. You'll do the right arm first, left arm. Okay? Then left arm down, right arm down. Left arm up, right arm up. Right arm down, left arm down. Just like that. So you're always alternating. The beauty of this is that it's working all the muscle groups that it takes to build into being able to do a proper push-up, all right? But the biggest thing is that you keep your hips in line with your body, all right? One rigid plank, and then you alternate the arms, okay? All right, the next exercise is the burpee. And the burpee is awesome because it's an aerobic exercise. It builds great core strength, strength to weight ratio, meaning your ability to move from A to B increases with the burpee, meaning you just, in pretty simple terms, it just allows you to be lighter on your feet and move faster. All right, and the more you do them, the better you get at that. And then, so we'll go ahead and get into that one. Okay, so if you're using a yoga mat, you're going to want to start up towards the top of the yoga mat. Okay, you're going to come down and you're going to place both palms firmly against the ground. Okay, you're going to jump both feet back at the same time. Now what you want to avoid is doing this. Okay, the idea is that jump forces or allows it makes sure that your body is working on stability with your upper body. Its explosive movement to the back gets you into a push-up plank position. Then you're going to jump your feet back forward and then into a streamline. And I'll back up so that you can see it a little bit more clearly in the frame. All right? So you're going to come down into a push-up position. Okay, jump both feet back, both feet forward into a streamline. Okay? Down, back, forward, streamline. Okay? That whole thing from standing to the horizontal push-up plank position and then back up into the streamline jump is 1 repetition. Okay? So when I send out this video, I'll also include the number of repetitions that I'd like you to do. Okay? If you feel like it's too easy, you can always add, but the goal is for you to try to hit a minimum number. All right? Now the last exercise that I'll have you do is what I call a struggling buck. All right? And you'll see what I mean, because it basically is an attempt at looking like freestyle on land. All right? But the beauty is that it works on your upper body, your shoulders, all right? And it works on your flutter kick and building that core strength and stability as you're doing it. So you get really strong abs and low back. All right. Okay, you're gonna lay down on the mat, chest down on the ground. You're gonna extend the arms out in front. You're gonna elevate your feet, your arms, and your head and chest off the ground, okay? And then you're going to alternate, okay? Now, if you're able to do this while looking at the ground, that's a little bit better and a little bit more specific swimming head position. Okay? Now, when we do this, we'll want to do it. I'm going to send out a specific number of repetitions. I'll also include a little bit more of an advanced specifics or specific workout that will include a timed number of repetitions of that. Rather than counting a specific number, we'll, for instance, go a minute straight of each of the exercises, or 2 minutes straight, 3 minutes straight. Oh, my dog Cusco just jumped into the frame. But again, if you have any questions at all, and or some feedback, this is just the beginning or first video that I'll be introducing to everyone. And if you have some thoughts, I hope you like it. And eventually the goal is to perhaps even get into doing some sort of a video conference Dryland workout eventually. But for starters, this is what we're going to get going on, and hope you have a wonderful day.